You got 25 minutes. It was the first exchange, and just to get a complete ride under your feet at this time in the heat is very, very crucial. Just to have something to complete, and you can work off of that. Just to get yourself opportunity to kind of open yourself up and not just keep riding closeouts, but find some open waves.
There's an opening wave for Jesse Mendes. He is pitted against Connor Coffin in this heat, and Mendes showing some of that lethal backhand to start off his account. He earned a 5.5 for this. Here's the replay. We'll let you break this down, Keanu.
Yeah, this is a really nice opening wave. When you start a heat off like this, it's very nice. A few vertical backhand turns, and he looks like he's really just trying to find his feet and to build off of that, and here he is again.
Mendes, this time on the forehand, snaps off the top. Double pump off the bottom, back up in the lip again. Unfortunately, gets that outside rail, catching water and goes down. So a little bit of a missed opportunity for Jesse Mendes, as he could have, kind of had a big spread on his opponent, Connor Coffin, in this heat.
You don't want to be too far away from your competitor, especially if there's these smaller exchanges going on, and you kind of want to be right there, as you see Jesse on this nice looking wave.
Yeah, Jesse Mendes staying busy. Looks like he's stalling for the barrel, finds some cover, traveling through that, finds the second little section, and a little frontside ollie to finish off before he kicking out. So that's going to add to that 5.5 that he started out with, Pete.
Yeah, it's, I think it's exactly what he wants to do. He's applying pressure early to Connor. He's found a couple, found a right, found a left, so he's keeping his options open. He's sitting out the back, and sometimes that rhythm falls into your place. It seems to be falling right now into Jesse's lap. Doesn't always mean that you're going to win the heat, but it certainly helps a lot when you're riding waves because you're gaining points. Nice ollie to finish there, so adding a little spice to a little barrel. The barrel wasn't super deep, although he did maximize his time behind the curtain. When you see the tip of the nose of the board, you know that he's not too deep, so he's not risking too much by being too deep. And then using that innovation and progression, just a little pop on that final closeout section. So it's going to be another mid-range score.
A reporter in the water, Strider Wazalewski. We'll check in on him, but we're going to put that on hold because Connor Coffin's taking off on his first wave of this heat. Off the bottom, smooth bomb turn and a giant hack. Pokes the nose, however, and goes incomplete. Unfortunate for Connor Coffin.
You can hear all the information, and it's kind of interesting because you can hear kind of echoes through the beach, just like the way the dunes are happening. But here's Jesse on his backhand.
Yeah,
kind of
just got
stumbled.
caught up there, didn't he? And probably not going to recover for a score on that one.
Really interesting to see how everybody reacts to these different beach breaks.
Well, one more swing at it for Connor Coffin. Big bottom turn and a swooping top carve off the bottom again. Hacks it with the layback. Double pump off the bottom, spears it through the lip there, getting good rhythm here. Can he finish it on his feet? And the answer is yes for Connor Coffin. Finger snap, because he knows that's a keeper score.
Yeah, and that settles the nerves instantaneously. And so that's that thing. Keep your head in the game. Yeah, you could tell he was a little frustrated, but that right there will settle the nerves in a big way. He was waiting for a certain type of wave that he wanted. He wanted those bigger rights with a nice clean wall, and look what he does with this thing. And that's the advantage of Connor Coffin is just the smooth arcs that he has. A nice mix of two different style of carves, a nice vertical approach there, and then hits the closeout. So 4 solid turns. We haven't seen a ton of waves go up into, the 7s or 8s today. And you wonder when we're going to start to see those numbers rise, and it feels like this wave could be that wave.
I just want to say this is excellent surfing. Like when you break this wave down and watch how many perfect turns he did. Look at the technique. He's got to be one of the best rail game surfers on tour. He has the most sound surfing on the forehand. Look at this searing turns, mixed it up every single turn, and this last one to fit it in. I think that is excellent surfing.
And you're right. Well, nearly excellent surfing.
Three of the judges thought so.
He just got a 7.93, Connor Coffin. So Keanu was saying pretty good judge as well.
I was so excited. I kind of wanted to clap my hands right there just to watch that perfect wave, and he absolutely surfed that wave so good. And his technique on the forehand has got to be some of the best rail surfing on tour.
Waiting for the actual official number, but he took apart that right-hander again, illustrating that rail game, Peter, that we were talking about. Here's the replay.
Yeah, and he didn't have the quality of wave that he had on the first ride, so it's probably not going to be as big a number, but he did maximize everything off this wave. I mean, this wave was tapered off, but the arcs again, and he surfs out in the face, and what he's doing is difficult. Again, sustaining the speed on a flatter face like that, holding the rail as long as possible, riding it all the way to the very end with the open face and connecting, and he knew how important a backup was, and he went out there and got it. And now with 13 and a half minutes to go. He's sitting in a great position.
Yeah, what a way to turn around your attitude in the heat. I felt like he was just getting a little annoyed with some of the smaller scores, and he just stayed composed and stayed tight and just really focused on what he needed to take care of, and look at himself in the lead now. Now he's found himself the rhythm, and he's finding his competitor chasing scores.
And there it is. The backup is a 6.07 for Connor Coffin. He does take the lead. Back at the Quiksilver Pro France, Jesse Mendes on the comeback. Needs an 8.5 to overcome Connor Coffin. And a big air for Mendes, but has to throw that board away. That's not going to be enough. Entertainment, drama, and a straight-up backhand whip make it 2 for Jesse Mendes, because we talk about pressure. Jesse does have some pressure on him right now. He needs an 8.5 if he wants to get into round number 3.
You got to take that into consideration. Okay, so now where does Jesse go with this? Don't get frustrated. He's got to sit there and go, okay, now I need to find, you know, a 7-point ride to get in this heat. He's done well with this one. 2 vertical hooks. This wave did not give him the inside closeout, so only just the 2 moves. But it's probably going to be right in the kind of the same range he's at already.
That's what I love about your insight, Keanu, because you're able to break down surfing as a sport. And that's exactly what happens when you put the jersey on. Jesse Mendes is going to need to do something very sporting to, you know what, that's waves not going to allow it.
Not going to cut it. Oh, well, for him, but nerves of steel, keeps it together. And Connor Coffin's moving into round 3.
Up next, it is going to be Michael February versus Michael Rodriguez. We're keeping Keanu Singh on the set. Join us for more here as we come back to the Quiksilver Pro.